Hey, all right. You already know what time it is when you see us two on the screen. It's a Wednesday night, so you know what that means. This is another episode 39 of Sports for You Wrestling entitled Hustle and Glow. I am the OTC Trail, and that's my guy, main event. John, what's up, John?
Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Today, it's a momentous occasion because we are being represented and being graced with their presence by some black excellence has just walked into the room. The
Again.
trio, you probably recognize this trio from a few months ago. They graced our presence and man, they tore the house down. So now they're back again. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Matt, Rhodesia, and Easy, better known collectively as That's Effin' Wrestling. Guys, welcome back to the show. How you guys been? How you guys been?
What up? What up?
Hey, miss
What
y'all.
a beautiful intro that was. You already said
Yeah.
Black excellence. We back, baby. It was so much fun last time. We had to come back.
Yeah.
Sir,
man.
yes, sir.
I seen the last time we spoke, y'all been on a few trips around a couple shows. Let's talk about that real quick. How was that like?
Oh, last time we hooked up, that was before Mania, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we did WrestleMania, which was
We missed y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We voted numerous times and couldn't get to you. Like the one Wale Mania, there was zero internet access. I didn't
Facts.
even get
Yeah.
the DMs until after we left. But I was trying to find you guys. Couldn't find you at Wale Mania. I think we were somewhere else at the same time. Didn't connect.
Caesar.
Yeah.
He was at the Culture Kings event, and I think
Oh,
Trail
yes.
said, Caesar said, y'all just went to the Nike store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we was already out the door. It was like, well.
Yeah,
weird,
but it was a good time, man. It was a real good time. So we got a chance to do that. We've hit a couple of other shows since then, but we are here now, man. Like, and I am hoping. I know we talking about some good stuff tonight. We recorded our pod last night, dropped today. Anybody who's listening knows right now I am not in the best headspace when it comes to WWE's product. And he
Right.
has been he's been along kind of with that ride. He's just kind of also been there too. But I am hoping with your guys' energy, with your guys' positive influence, you can get me more excited for Saturday night's main event and Evolution than what I am right now.
All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
Yeah. I'll do the best of my abilities. But
But we understand.
they are running it back in Vegas, so we will have a chance to link this up,
Oh, for sure.
the right way. So that's one good thing about that. So let's dive into. Matt already said he's not really happy with the current product, and let's bring up one of the reasons why. Because one of the matches on Saturday night's main event is the one that everyone has a lot to say about. That a lot of people really don't care about. We crack jokes about it, and that is one Gunther defending his World Heavyweight Championship against the legendary himself, Bill Goldberg.
Hey.
Oh
Sorry.
no.
I'm getting hyped. Good night. Just get hyped.
Go
Oh
ahead.
no. These are not you too.
Go ahead. I know where this is going. I know. You know what? I'm gonna start with you because I know where this is going. Because you're probably gonna be fan number 2 that I've interacted with the past couple of days, past 2 weeks. Who you got in this match, and how you see it? How long do you see it going?
So that is actually like the $1 million question, right? We found out as of yesterday, there's only 3 matches on this card. So we thought there was going to be a 30-second match. Evidently, Matt said it got to be at least 6 minutes. So we know that got to be at least probably 6 to 10 minutes for this match. I don't really care who wins, but what I did not want, I was the person on here talking about some Oldberg, and they was like, no, that's not nice to call him Oldberg. So, but I'm like, whatever. He's Goldberg, Oldberg. He's old, right? He is. That's a badge of honor, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, no, F that. Like, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of these legends. Like, I'm becoming like this old person. Like, these legends need to go, taking spots away from the people at the top. Why y'all do that to my boy Jay? Blah, blah, blah. That's the reason why my heart wasn't completely invested in Jay to begin with, because I know you're going to pull the rug underneath me, all that. But then we had that sit-down interview when we had Goldberg talking to Cole. And I was just like, yes, put that right in my veins. Oldberg was like, off principle, you just not going to disrespect me as a man. So I'm going to fuck you up, is what he said. And at that moment, yeah, there we go. I'm all in.
So he won her over.
He won me over.
With one interview.
Without crowd participation. Just sit down. How many times they did the takes? Who knows? But that was what it got me.
All right, I feel you. Ishan, what you think, man? Who you got winning? And how long you think this match in your opinion, this match gonna cover? Because I got the under. I got at least 5 minutes or less.
I'm a Goldberg fan from back in the day, man. Like, just his natural rise to the top in WCW was amazing. 55 years ago when I was alive, man. You know what I'm saying? We in 2025, and I'm just not here for it, man. You know what? But we've been talking on the show for some time, and we know we've been watching shows for a long time. We are super hardcore fans, so we expect more out of the product. And I told them, look, we expect more than they give us on an average basis. We've been watching these shows for a millennia at this point, like, right? And our expectations, they never really quite meet the hardcore fan expectations. So I don't expect it to meet it on Saturday. To be 100% honest with you, like, Goldberg has been bad his entire career. Like, right? When we get on this show, y'all, I get so frustrated talking to my co-hosts and other fans about Jade and Trick and all these people. Man, we got Goldberg who is getting pops out of this world. Like, right? He if he's not in the Hall of Fame, he's about to be in the Hall of Fame. He having a retirement match at 60 years old, and the dude can't wrestle a lick. Trick Williams right now, this day, is a much better wrestler than Goldberg would ever be in his entire life. But this man is getting this send-off on his 6-minute match. We talk about, and we asking the question right now, and we okay with it. If in a real talk, is it going to be 3 minutes? Is it going to be 2? Is it going to be 5? And we worried about Trick Williams? Come on now, God dang it. Like, if Goldberg can get away with this for 55 years, Trick is going to be all right. Let's talk about Goldberg. I don't care. Send this man on his way. Send this man on his way. Like, right, let's get Gunther to the next thing. That's it.
That was a good soliloquy, by the way. And it just ended with, as far as he goes, I don't care. that's a Stephen A. Smith type of soliloquy. I feel that. So let's go to the patriarch himself, Matt. Your thoughts on this same questions, like how long you think and who you got winning?
I had it at under 3 minutes before knowing it was only 3 matches, and who knows if they add something for SmackDown. If they do or they don't, I have them going total. So entrances and then fading to black. I got them going like 12 minutes. Now, what that looks like in terms of is the match 2 minutes, and then we get shenanigans afterwards where we do get the spear to Gunther if it didn't hit in the match, and then his son comes out and his wife hits the ring, and then he gets the pyro, and we send everybody home happy that way. Or if they actually work a legit 6 to 7, 8 minute match. I do think he absolutely deserves a send-off. It's Goldberg. Goldberg back in 98, 99, was arguably bigger than Austin. He was at one point. And Austin is my GOAT. Austin is the reason why I have a bald head to this day. I cut my hair in high school. Okay? So Austin is my GOAT. But it was a time where Goldberg was bigger than Austin. It wasn't a long time, but it was. But it was him and Austin running the game. And then The Rock came, and then we're off to the races with the Attitude Era and Mankind and Taker and all that. But he deserves this for sure. I am just really interested to see how this match plays out, though, because this match is going to end and begin with Gunther. And how he structures this match, how he protects Goldberg, how he makes sure he keeps Goldberg in line with what they're going to do. That is really what I will be watching that match for. But he deserves it. I've said my part for the past few weeks on Goldberg just getting a shot at the title when we just had a King of the Ring tournament. We had a Queen of the Ring tournament. But hell, they're passing out title shots now for Evolution like it's Halloween candy. So I guess that doesn't matter because everybody just gets the title shot without having to win a match at this point. So that's just where creative's at it right now. But it should be cool. I mean, it's in Atlanta, in his home state, man. God bless. But he deserves it for sure.
Yeah, I agree. At first, I was dreading this because I thought they was gonna have it in Saudi for Night of Champions.
Yeah.
But then I forgot that Saturday night's main event was in Georgia. I'm like, okay, it makes sense. My thing is, did they really need to take the title off of Jay to sell this match? Because it's Goldberg. You know, that would have been enough to headline Saturday night's main event. But I get it. Now they want to, you know, they're teasing the idea of, okay, is this man going to win and retire with the World Heavyweight Championship? What kind of booking would that do? Because if Goldberg wins, are you going to hold a lackluster battle royal or tournament between now and SummerSlam? So I'm going to ask you guys this, but first I'm going to get John's opinion. Then I got a question regarding the World Heavyweight Championship. So, John, your thoughts on who you got winning this match and how long you think this match is going to go?
Awesome lady, I hope you're not watching. Give me 3 minutes, man. Give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes. And we gonna be talking about his entrance longer than we're gonna talk about his actual in-ring performance. Everything the panel said, I can't even argue. Everything was on point as per usual with these three brilliant minds that we have. All right.
Who said
like you said,
I said 1 minute, man. Love it. Love it.
I think brilliant. I think these three brilliant minds. Let me clear. These three brilliant minds that we have. These three brilliant minds that we have.
Oh,
because
all right, my bad.
Because like you just said, Trell, did it have to take the belt off Jay? And then look, Deja said it earlier. We was talking to how she said what she said, how they let you in with Jay, and then they would just pull the rug right from under him. And this match sold itself, even based off what happened at Bad Blood. You didn't need it to be a world title match, but I get like it's probably meaning that Gunther's probably gonna have a half long reign as champ, and then he's eventually probably gonna get cashed in on by Seth or something, probably. But give me 3 minutes. Gunther retains. We finally get that Goldberg gets his swan song in front of the ATL crowd. 28 years to the time when he beat Hogan in the Georgia Dome.
That
and he goes off the way.
That goes off the
way. Mm-hmm. I know, right?
That's awesome.
28 years to the day, 28 years nearly to the day that he beat Hogan in the Dome. And I think he'll get his swan song. If I was looking this match, spear, powerbomb, spear, powerbomb, jackhammer, cookout, spear, powerbomb, sleeper, good night, go back home.
But that's what we're here for, though, right? Like, right. We're being completely honest. We don't want to see Goldberg in a 10-minute plus match. Goldberg's never been that guy.
He got gassed out, punch him in the face,
smashing his head against when they knock and say Goldberg, you're up. Smashing his head against that door, coming out in the fireworks, breathing. The big booms, the kicks, the punches, he gets in the ring, spear, jackhammer. That is the Goldberg package. So for anybody to expect something different now is ridiculous. That ain't the Goldberg package. So to your point, John, and like that's also been a lot of Cena's formula now. Actually, it's kind of like the formula for a lot of these main events in WWE is we do some stuff and then it just becomes a spam fest of finishers. Either reversals of finishers, or we're hitting finishers and we're kicking out. 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, it's. Let me ask you guys this. Let's just say hell froze over and pigs fly, and this man pins Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Are we all unanimously demanding the cash in?
Yes.
I think so.
No.
I think
no.
So. I don't.
Oh, why not, man?
You want him rolling in the Raw with the title?
No, but
he's not going to roll in the Raw. He's going to roll into the emergency room.
That would be a horrible. Don't even do the match. If Goldberg wins the title and then gets cashed in on by Seth Rollins, and that is the end of the Goldberg story, we have failed.
This whole thing's failed anyway, but you can't get any worse. I get you.
Okay, so then Matt. Okay, so then he goes how long then with this title? Like that to me would be probably devastating just because
That's
we
why it's
already
not
have,
gonna happen.
I love
put that
John
negative
Cena.
energy out here.
Okay, but it's like because that just
That's
doesn't
why-
even make sense. You're gonna have
But
two of the
if
heavyweight
it does
champions.
happen, so here is the reason for them doing this. No matter what we would see at All In, and I am so high on the All In card this weekend. No matter what they do, if they put on every match is 5 stars, and it is the best show in history. If Goldberg wins the championship, that is what we are all talking about as our lead story. On our podcast and on Twitter and on Instagram.
That's true.
TikTok,
That's
it's
right.
going to be Goldberg won the championship. So if they want to just steal the spotlight, that's the move.
Oh,
That's right. That's right. I can't argue. That's right.
if it's just I'm intrigued because when John pointed out the history, we all know Triple H is a big buff about history repeating itself. So that's what scares me because this man pulls his trigger and has this man walk out of Atlanta, Georgia as world heavyweight champion. It's like, what's next? Where do we go now? Because he's advertised as a retirement match, which means only one match. So what happens to the championship? So wouldn't they kind of put themselves into a corner if they have this man walk out as champion? So I'm with John. I mean, when they planted these seeds a long time ago, there's only a few guys that have retired Goldberg. Braun Breaker and Gunther. And I thought it was going to be Braun Breaker at WrestleMania, which my personal opinion it should have been. But since we're here, Gunther cannot afford a loss to Goldberg because he just got the title back and we just came off of having an identity crisis for months when he's trying to figure out if he was going to be a face, if this was a face turn or him and Kaiser kind of split. We thought Kaiser was going to turn on him and that didn't happen. And then he's back being a heel and he took down Jay. So it's like, if this happens, this pretty much, what does the company say about Gunther? So
I'm right now. I feel like Gunther is the only real bad guys.
We live.
Yeah,
we live. Envy. All right, then I'm not gonna curse. But these punks.
Oh, you can curse, bro. This is S4UWrestling, wrestling, dog. Get your shit off.
All right, cool.
We about the chaos.
I cannot live in a world when we got bald-headed ass John Cena as champion on one brand, and we got
rug game.
We got spray, which is cool. I'm all about it. Like, you got millions of dollars in your pocket, man. You figure it out. Then you got Goldberg on the other show. You got these 75-year-old men as your champions in 2025. Like, what world are we living in? This company is booking A backwards, man. I think Vince got up in there again, man. I think something done happened because this is ridiculous what we talking about right now.
Talk about it.
Look, man, I better see it. I did say we better see a cash in, but why waste it at a Saturday night's main event? Like, have Goldberg give this man the Brock Lesnar Survivor Series treatment, and have Gunther kick out at 1 or something, just shock Goldberg and have everyone be like, "Oh shit, this man ain't got it no more. What's gonna happen?" And then just wear him down to the point that they got the paramedics on standby with the whatchamacallit that says clear. Had that ready. I'm not wishing anything to happen, but I'm just saying those chops.
Oh yeah,
is not for the weak. No matter how mentally strong you are, yeah, you gonna tear some pecs. And Goldberg said he's willing to go. He don't care what happens to his body the next day. He's going all out this Saturday on his Shield. So I would have Gunther kick out of all that and be like, nah, this is 2025. This is my house. So I want to see a destruction of Goldberg. Choke him out in front of his wife, in front of his son. Not every Hollywood story deserves a good ending.
OTC. My boy Dale, Little Dice, who was with us last time you guys were on the show. Shout out to Dale.
Hey,
best in the world.
Shout my guy out.
We're not bald shaming people. You see Matt here? We're not bald shaming, Dale. Stop that.
He's got a problem.
We're not bald shaming, Goldberg.
Okay, there's no we.
He always gonna talk about somebody's age.
there's no we. There was he.
There you go.
I love it. I
Nice
love
one.
that production.
There's no he. There's no we. There was a he.
Production.
So let's shut that down right now.
Come on, man. You know us, man.
Look, I have no problem with you being bald because I'm coming to Jesus pretty soon my damn self, right? I've been fighting this struggle for a long time. But listen, if you gonna have the mop at the top, go ahead and add the back. Where's that? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't have the mop in the front.
Funny, man. That's funny.
Either come home or go all the way. That's all I'm saying. Go
Man,
all
work
the
for
way
Dion.
or get a toupee.
Yikes.
Yeah, but you know that's Dion though.
That's wild. John Cena wrestling with a toupee. Okay, got it.
Hey, if that thing starts flying off.
He wouldn't have been the first.
If that starts flying off, I swear to God, the universe would not let him see the end of that.
Dude, that would be the meme for years.
Yeah.
Seriously, you would thought he was Jewish. Oh, oops, my bad. All right, so we're gonna keep the train rolling. We're gonna keep the train rolling. The next match was actually brought together a few days ago, literally out of nowhere, and that was the return of Drew McIntyre, who's been missing in action for a couple weeks, if not a few months. Just shows up on a random taping of SmackDown instead of a live episode of SmackDown. And you know, good to see same old Drew. By the way, I'm gonna cop that shirt that says "Bored at Work" because that makes you want to buy that shirt and take it to work, and just be like bored at work. You know, but unfortunately, we don't wear t-shirts. But it'd probably be like my last day of work if I ever. So that's definitely gonna be get that shirt. But yeah, so and then all he did was eat an RKO and boom, we got a match. Good job building this. I mean, I get it. It's a TV special. Doesn't really have to have a build. It's not a PLE. So you just, this is one of those that I'm cool with. You just, you know, throwing matches there that make sense because this is kind of tying up some loose ends because they've had 50-11 matches in the past. So I get it. This is must see. Bring out the heavy hitters. Matt, who has more to win and who has more to lose with these two?
That's a great question. It's not even about the finish in terms of who wins or loses. It's about the next step, no matter who wins or loses, right? Like, okay, Drew wins. All right, what's next for Drew? Okay, Priest wins. Okay, what's next for Priest? I'm sorry, not Priest, but Orton. I still think we are getting Cody and Orton as a feud in a couple months. So no matter what, when Orton turns heel, everything that happened before that, we're going to forget about.
Yeah.
So then if you say that, you say, okay, Drew needs a big win. He spent, 3+ months feuding with Priest. He put Priest over for the most part. So I would say he needs it more, but I'm getting to a point where I'm starting to worry about trusting WWE's creative. And since Triple H took over, that was the thing that I had talked about so much was the amount of equity that WWE and Triple H has built with the fan base to where you see something and you may not like it, but you say, but I know it's going to finish right. I know they're going somewhere with it. And man, over these last couple months, I can't say that. Right? There's been some head scratching or downright stupid ass decisions that they've done that has hurt the product and the show more than it's helped. So I know long-winded answer, but like I'm a little worried that they're going to do the next step correctly. Like whatever happens on Saturday happens on Saturday. Nobody's gonna be talking about this match. Everything's gonna be about Gunther and Goldberg. So they got some wiggle room to do whatever they want to do with it. But my worry is just from some of the things I've been seeing, man, like I can't say I trust them to do the right thing going forward.
I agree with that one. Radeja, your thoughts? I mean, who you got winning this? And same question, who has a lot to lose right now in this match? Because both these guys technically can't afford another loss.
Full transparency, when I was getting prepped for our show yesterday, I was like, oh shit, when did this even happen? Matt was like, oh, it happened on SmackDown. I was like, okay. So again, another thrown together, kind of like Evolution. Let's just put some matches together. This is a spectacle. Let's put Drew and Orton together. I don't know who I want to win. I don't know, because you're right. Both people really can't lose. Orton just lost the tournament he was in. Drew has been losing forever since he didn't win in Clash at the Castle years ago against Roman. He's been losing nonstop. I actually don't even remember any time he's won. So at that point, it's just like, okay, I don't even know where we're at here. And if this is kind of like, if this was Crown Jewel, I keep calling Crown Jewel Saudi, anything Saudi, then it would make sense. You got the two heavy hitters and you just putting on a spectacle exhibition. I have no thoughts on this. I don't really care about this match. Who wins, who loses. I think maybe at this point, Randy has to win. If we're going to go down that path of him fighting Cody and feuding with him later. But I just don't know. Like, I don't understand this at all.
Me neither. Ishan.
Hey, first I want to say, what up, though? And
Mike D.
Hey, T, I got side. Like, I do the slide on the show sometimes, man. I gotta say something. It's Rhodesia. It's Rhodesia.
Oh, did I say Deja again? My bad.
Yeah.
I had a long day. Usually I get it right. Usually I get names right, but today I just had a long day.
Hey, listen, I was calling.
Hey, don't call me Ro. Just don't call me Ro. I hate Ro. Ro sounds like Ho. Don't call me that. You can call me anything you want to.
You see, we didn't
unless we in the bedroom.
I was calling her Deja.
You can call me bitch in the bedroom. You can call me all that.
Oh, wait. Whoa.
We done brought. Hey, if y'all don't know.
Someone brought chaos. That wasn't me. Thank you.
The freaking come out, and it's usually them two. You know.
Hey, I guess what she's trying to tell everybody.
He's been known to be quite the screamer.
You know.
Let's go. Even look at Nessa in the chat. She said she's second that.
All right.
Oh Lord.
Hey.
Oh, she's gonna start bringing more. She's gonna add chaos now. You just don't know what you just started.
Hey, I mean, that's none of our business, but we appreciate you for sharing. So, Matt, my guy.
Oh Lord. Let's get back on topic. God.
Yeah.
I'm a roll with Drew. Drew is just returning, right? So, you know, he just came back. First match back. I don't think he loses, but I think he can tell a story with Orton, right? I think that the story with Orton going forward could be him getting frustrated, right? He's in the last thing of his career. You know what I'm saying? He wants to get to the championship. He's kind of slipping away. Does he need to be aggressive? Does he need to be the old Randy, right? So I think this will further his decline into that thinking of like, yo, I need to be underhanded and I need to be dastardly to get what I need. So I'm going to go with Drew, and then that will give us a natural, match with him and Cody, right? Because now you got, Drew gets a little steam, he gets a win on a PLE, and right then, boom, right into Cody, right? And I'm assuming Cody wins that, and whatever's happened with Orton continues to stir, and then we get that eventual turn onto Cody. So that's what I'm going with. Drew winning at the Saturday night PLE.
All right. And John, your thoughts on this match? Who you got?
I got Drew too, because I think we're finna start seeing more of the voices in Randy's head just keep talking and talking and talking. We saw it when we did the Night of Champions launch on Trail. It was like he was hesitating if he wanted to punt Cody. Now I don't think he's gonna have that. We clearly saw he's not gonna have no hesitation with Drew after he hit him with that RKO on Friday. But he's gonna have those. He might have that moment, that little momentary relapse. And when he has that one momentary relapse, he's going to walk right into Claymore country. And Drew's going to get the 1, 2, 3. And I think Drew and like you said, they both really can't afford another loss. Orton lost to Cena. He loses to Cody. Drew, obviously, we haven't seen him since the last Saturday night main event when he lost in the steel cage to Damian Priest. Sorry, Jesse. Sorry, Jesse Ventura. But I got Drew. And clearly, something is different whenever he comes back on TV. And you got to push Drew winning because he called all the entire locker room betas. They just saying y'all some sidekicks. I'm the top dog now. I'm the alpha. So you can't talk like an alpha and then you have a beta result. So that's why I got Drew McIntyre beating Randy Orton.
Listen, I agree with Drew when you say, you know, he's alpha, but he's only alpha until Roman Reigns comes back. Because what Roman Reigns said back in 2020, you'll always be number 2. Mm-hmm. So if Roman's busy, Roman's away, who they call? Drew. So let's get that out the way. But you're right about one thing. There is always something different with Drew, and I've actually read and heard that they're in talks of actually switching Drew McIntyre babyface to freshen up, you know, his you know, whatever he's got going on. Maybe put him down to the mid card. I don't know, but they're prepping a face turn because he needs a new direction, which I agree. He needs fresh faces to face. So I'm guessing they're gonna start putting him with heels. So I got Orton losing because I think losing to Drew would add more to him eventually snapping. Because like you said, John, when we saw Night of Champions, when he realized he screwed himself over by taking his eye off the ball not once but twice, and looked at Cody like, oh, all right, bet. And then he looked at Cody again on SmackDown after dropping Drew with the RKO. He looked at him again, so it's like it's on the way. That's why we never gonna get that Cena versus Randy Orton because they really hyped that one up as one last time. So I think Orton will go back to being that Orton that everybody loved. Now, will he be 09 Orton? I don't know, because that 09 Orton, that man should be locked up for life at this point. That bald-headed Orton was a menace to society. You know, dropping old ladies, dropping women, dropping legends, dropping the boss's daughter and kissing the boss's daughter in front of her husband.
That was wild.
The man was an unstoppable menace. So I don't think he's gonna be doing any type of that stuff anymore because, you know, he got kids and a wife. So I think he's just gonna be a little bit more vicious.
This is random though, real quick.
Go ahead.
When Randy Orton came back, one of the multiple times he came back, I did really think he was gonna RKO Rhea Ripley. I don't know if y'all remember, it was a time when Rhea was just badass, and I'm like, come on, Orton.
Oh, he said Daddy's home. But he said Daddy's home.
After War Games. Right after War Games.
Yep.
Me and Matt kept talking about that.
They were leading up to that. I thought that was the thing because that was when Rhea was putting her hands on all the guys. And I was like, okay, when Orton comes back, she eating that. And we just we never got to that.
We never got that.
Yeah, he RKO'd Nia, so it wasn't a thing of like women are completely off limits.
Yeah, but
Stephanie.
If you think about it, I think he kind of came back saved. If you catch your drift, he was gone for like years, didn't know he was gonna wrestle again. So he found this whole new lease on life. So he was letting people slide, you know.
Well, and actually, what I think it really was, if I'm not mistaken, I think when he came back, she was out of here. In terms of popularity, it may not have gotten the reaction they wanted, right?
Oh no! It would have got a reaction. Rhea Ripley got RKO. It would got a reaction. I know a few podcasts that would have dedicated the entire show on Rhea Ripley getting dropped.
One is in the comments right now. She's gonna probably comment it right there. This person right here hates. Well, I would say she hates Rhea Ripley.
She doesn't hate Rhea.
She's Team Dom and Liv.
So it would have been something. It would have been something. But I think Drew's gonna get on the winning track. So let's hope for the best on that. And speaking of someone who needs to be on a winning track, this guy here won LA Knight.
Yeah.
This man is going against Seth Rollins in a very interesting, anticipated grudge match that I'm actually invested in because ever since the King of the Ring tournament, LA Knight's been doing a drive-by on Monday Night Raw every now and then, showing up when you least expect it. It's kind of giving me the Attitude Era vibes when Stone Cold used to just pull up on a random and just start dropping people and taking off. He's still over. The fans still fuck with him. So it's like he hasn't lost that edge yet. So, and there's been talks of him moving to Monday Night Raw, so which is why he's constantly over there. So I think Seth Rollins doesn't need a win. He's already Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank. So he has a guaranteed title match whenever he wants. So, and it's not the first time he's taken an L and went on to cash in. So I got LA Knight finally getting a win because the man lost his title at WrestleMania. I mean, he got screwed out of the King of the Ring tournament. He's lost Money in the Bank not once, not twice, but 3 times, and the third time being in this city. Yeah, our city. So it's like the man needs a dub and he needs it bad. So is it
Call her. You can say Rhodesia.
Ro-
It's
Ro-
Rhodesia. Rhodesia.
You had on purpose, man.
Rhodesia.
Let's rewind 5 minutes ago.
And it was
Deja.
hilarious.
Hey,
Hilarious that
hey,
he was the he fucked up everybody's name on our podcast.
Hey, is Deja cool?
Deja is perfect.
Deja, that's I'm sticking with. It's gonna be
Some of
Deja.
the closest
moving
people
forward.
call me Deja. I love that.
All right,
my
cool.
God.
Then we family now. So Deja, your
family.
thoughts on this on this match?
Yeah.
Again, you probably shouldn't have started with me because I've probably been the person who said LA Knight. I just like Jay, LA Knight was the first person that I'm not about to fall for it. I'm not about to fall for the fandom of LA Knight because what you gonna do? You gonna pull the rug up underneath me, give me a band-aid because I done busted my nose, and then try to do it all over again. He was the first one, and then Jay Uso came after that. So again, I would want him to win, but like you said, he's been running up and doing a drive-by beatdown, running the fade of Seth all the time, or running fade for Seth. I don't know how he could win, especially when you have the Empire or whatever group their name is.
Braun.
Braun. I
Or
don't
as
know
Master
how
calls
he
him,
could.
Death Row.
Death Row. I don't know how he could win. If he would win, again, this SNE. It just seems like, again, everything thrown together. I don't understand what's happening here. You are just putting on a show for us to put on show and content. And it kind of makes me think like, I remember when Netflix first came out, at one point, they didn't really care about their programming as long as they were just putting out content. And it's a content game, right? So I guess they're achieving that part. They're just throwing out content. But where I got irritated with Vince a long time ago is like, you thought I was stupid. You thought I had an S on my forehead and was just feeding me shit like I was stupid. Now, I'm not saying I'm here right now. I'm not saying that at all. I promise you. But what I'm saying is that I'm not understanding these matches. It's not meaningful to me anymore. And right now, and again, it could be because we are having these PLEs and special programming every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks, when we're supposed to be at most once a month. It's hard to be excited for a show like this, and the shit just been thrown together. So I don't know if I even answered your question, but LA Knight, okay, I want him to win, but I would not ever be emotionally connected to LA Knight ever again. Just like how because again, I'm a scorned woman. I've been heartbroken before.
I feel you. I mean, this has to end one day with that man winning a world title, because the night he does, the world's gonna lose their shit. So hopefully he does it. I mean, even if he has to go heel to do it, give this man a championship.
When do you think that's gonna happen though? Like, completely honest, we know it's not happening this year, right? So we know it's not happening in 2025. Do you see him being a world title holder in 2026?
I do.
Okay.
Because I see Sammy winning the Royal Rumble, but I think he's gonna go for the WWE title.
Okay.
So
you got Knight winning like at WrestleMania?
No, I got Knight. Well, yeah. Have him win the Elimination Chamber.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm not gonna say put him in Money in the Bank again. So just have him win Elimination Chamber.
I wonder if his popularity wanes before he gets to the point where he's in for a legit title shot. I mean, wonder that.
We're in what, July?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be unexpected. If they're gonna strike while the iron's hot, it's gonna be unexpected, because we're thinking next year already. We're not even giving him a shot at all this year to win. So much like when EO beat Rhea before WrestleMania, that shocked the world.
Yeah.
So they have to do something like that. Have this man get a title shot, a random title shot, and win. It could be against Seth again later on down the road once Seth cashes in, and unless Roman beats him or something, LA Knight has to win by surprise. Because to Rhodesia's credit, damn, did it again.
I like Rhodesia too. You can rock with Rhodesia. Let's represent.
No, the funny thing is like when you just like it's like you hit your own personal reset. But every time you say it, I need you to keep rocking it. To hell with Ishan saying, man, if she is Rhodesia, she is Rhodesia. Okay, I don't give a damn what he says.
Don't say Ro. Just don't say Ro.
It's Rhodesia.
Fighting. Yes.
It's Rhodesia. You know.
Yeah. I'm gonna call it Deja. I'm gonna call it Deja.
Every time,
Mama call her Deja. I'm
not saying Ro no more because it doesn't remind me of all those Country Wayne skits. So my bad.
And Ro sounds like hoe. Don't call me a hoe.
Oh,
you know what?
No, because there's no way I would ever call her Deja.
Shout out the book.
I would never do that. But Ishan, your thoughts on LA Knight and Seth Rollins?
You know, we talked about this a couple of times, man. I love LA Knight. I like him a lot. So you know, back in the day, right? Back in the day, I always go back in the day. I'm like damn near 75 years old. Everybody wasn't world champion. Like Razor wasn't champion, Mr. Perfect wasn't champion. There's a lot of guys who were super popular over with the crowd that this was never champion. LA Knight at this moment, you talk about like the pecking order, who's at the top. Like it's just a lot of guys that are ahead of him. You mean I think that Drew deserves another title reign before LA Knight. You know what I'm saying? I think Orton should get it one more time. Like, right? People have been kind of scratching for Sammy to get it, right? He's been in the company much longer than LA Knight, right? Not to say that LA Knight isn't popular. Maybe this isn't the time for him, right? And just because he doesn't become champion doesn't mean that his career wasn't where it needed to be. However, at some point in time, like my guy Cody Rhodes said that sometimes, you know, you got to do a character refresh, right? So maybe at some point, if he were to become heel, right? And I think a heel LA Knight will be fine. Like, right? Maybe that might give him the extra spark to put a fuse on him to kind of take him over the guys that are already at the top. Because the WWE roster right now has a huge main event roster right now. Right. And I just don't think that he is above the guys that are slotted ahead of him. This isn't like, you know, like 10 years ago when old dirty ass Vince would have kept pushing the same people and there was people that was ready. He just wasn't pushing them. Like, no, there's people right there not being pushed correctly, like Jey Uso, like, right? Jey Uso deserves the championship, another reign before LA Knight does. So going into this match, does he need to win? Hell to the no. Put his ass back where you have him slotted, which is the mid card. He is the top. He is the mid card champion. It ain't nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of fruit and love in that mid card. Let him go back to the mid card. So you don't believe in him? Believe that he can be the IC champion. And he can defend that bad boy a couple times. Yes, you know what I'm saying? The U.S. title, a couple times. Yes, but the world championship, he can fight for it, but don't fall for it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna fight for it, don't fall for it. He ain't gonna win. And he ain't gonna win Saturday.
I get you. But he also said he has time. The man is in his 40s. How much time you think?
Oh no, he ain't got no time. I mean, I'm talking about maybe another 2 years. Like I said, if he get a heel turn, he might get that run and he might shotgun him. But no, I just think like I started off saying like, you know, I think some people it ain't in the cards.
When Batista showed up, he was already like pushing 40, if not already 40.
I think how long did 30s?
How long did it take him to win the world heavyweight title?
I don't know. Batista's the man though.
Batista won his first world title in 2005, so that's 3 years.
All right, so LA Knight's already been in WWE for a little about 4 counting NXT.
5? Well, 21. He came in 21, so yeah, 4 years. 4 years already.
It's his man's time eventually. Listen, he's been here a cup of coffee. I get it. He's only been here 4 years. Jey Uso's been here like 17, going on 20. Jeff Hardy, he was in the company for a long time before he reached the mountaintop, but they were kids when they got into the business, when they got into WWE. So they had time on their side. This man ain't got time on his side. He, like you said, Isha, he got at least a good 2 years left. I mean, are they gonna bring back that stigma of all these good guys who are very, very good characters that were over and never win a championship? Because we're in 2025. Fans ain't going for that no more. There's not that many of us out there anymore. Either they're no longer interested, or they pretty much fall in line with everybody else. So it's like this man has to win a championship either now or next year.
Well, Punk is probably due for another run pretty soon. Cody gonna get the championship back pretty soon. You think about all these dudes at the time. I just think it's right now is that there's so many guys ahead of him right now that are deserving or maybe more deserving to be champion before he can get it based on his work.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is popularity overall.
I mean, we'll see, because lately it's been fans 3, WWE 0. So if they really want to push LA Knight, eventually they say they want to let the fans dictate. But hey, I guess it depends on who it is they want to dictate against. John, your thoughts on LA Knight and Seth Rollins before we jump into the ladies pay-per-view.
As the president of the LA Knight fan club, like my sister Deidre,
Let's go.
There you go, Deidre. See,
It hurt.
It stinks. It stinks, man. We were there. Me and Troy were there, and Nessa. We were in the building that night.
My bad.
But we'll get to that in a second. But we were in the building. We were in the building at Money in the Bank, and every time he did something, he had people at the edge of his seat because we thought it was finally gonna happen. But it went straight Charlie Brown and Lucy with the football. They pulled it out from under, man. It was straight Charlie Brown and Lucy with the football. Because when we did our preview show, my heart was telling me, I didn't even want to pick LA Knight, so I didn't. My heart was telling me pick Solo, and my head was telling me it was gonna be Seth. But when I was in the building, I had a change of heart seeing how over LA Knight was when we walked out to anything he did in the ring.
That's where they got
Seth,
you.
But they got me because my head was right and went with Seth. He got to get this dub, man. I mean, but the way they're building Seth right now, he's not taking too many L's, especially with Braun Security, BNBC, whatever you want to call them. We saw what they just did to Jay. We've seen what they did to Sammy. We already saw what they did to LA Knight before that. So we'll make sure they're not going to try to do it again. They're going to make sure that Seth Rollins has nothing standing in his way when he gets that cash in. I want LA Knight to win. That's where my heart is. My head is telling me it's going to be Seth.
My mind's telling me no.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? I got an idea on. There's only, I think, maybe one person that can probably stop him. He's gonna be the beacon.
TikTok.
And the clock is ticking on his return. So I don't think, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Seth Rollins is gonna cash in anytime soon. And when he does, this is the one time I want to see a cash in fail, because Seth Rollins really doesn't need the World Heavyweight Championship either. I mean, I still got him winning it. I had him winning the title off of Jay because the feud was there. It would make sense for him to take the title off of Jay. Everybody who's fans with Jay probably wouldn't have gotten mad if he got cashed in on by Seth Rollins, because we all expected it. So we didn't get that. So they pretty much threw everything out the window. So I don't know how to call that one. Matt, your thoughts, man. Who you got genuinely winning this match?
I haven't even given it a thought. I was just listening to all you guys because I don't care about this match. But I will say, Rhodesia made a comment about like it doesn't make sense. It makes perfect sense. LA Knight's been pulling up on Raw recently. It makes sense. To me, it just feels like it's kind of being shoehorned into Saturday Night's main event a little bit. Like it's not as big because once again, this show is strictly about Goldberg and Gunther. So I feel like anything else they put on the show is kind of like it's going to get lost in translation. I'm excited for the match because I think it's a big spot for LA Knight. You can go with anybody who has the briefcase is Teflon, but they're still building Seth and his group. So for me to say like I think LA Knight's gonna beat Seth Rollins, that's a tough pill for me to swallow. I easily see Braun and Braun coming down, costing LA Knight, and then that being the catalyst to LA Knight permanently moving to Monday Night Raw and then having a feud with either Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker.
I mean, let's not forget though. Yeah, they said does have Braun, but let's not forget LA Knight do got backup. I mean, you got Penta. You still got Jey Uso. Well, I don't know how bad Jey Uso is because they haven't said anything about him yet. And you still got CM Punk. You still got Uncle Phil lurking in the shadows. So when it's time, I'm pretty sure they're gonna pull another Avengers Endgame scenario for Saturday night's main event, and have this. So it's basically a toss up. I still got LA Knight winning because LA Knight does need to win, and he needs to win bad. Because how many L's is this man gonna take before everyone's gonna be like, you know what? I mean, Rhodesia's halfway there. I don't know where John's at. Eshawn's like, you know what? Hey, he's a mid-carder for life. So he definitely needs to win. But
real quick, Trail, real quick.
Yeah.
You brought up Roman. I want to make a comment. You brought up about Roman potentially failing or having Seth fail to cash in. I put a short out a couple weeks ago on YouTube, and actually a few days ago I put it out, and it kind of said the same thing: is that when Seth cashes in, Roman's going to come out to have him fail to cash in. And it was interesting. That video got some thumbs down. It got some comments about we got to stop wasting cash ins. Stop wasting cash in. It doesn't make sense to waste cash in. And I think we're starting a little bit to lose the plot of what this is.
Exactly.
Seth Rollins doesn't need the championship.
No.
That is the best way for Roman to come back and to cost Seth Rollins his title, because his entire thing has been about him winning the championship. Paul Heyman being with him was about taking over WWE for the next 10 years. Him having Bronson Reed with him having Braun Breaker with him was all about taking over. So you took my wise man at WrestleMania. You pinned me again because I've never pinned you, Seth Rollins.
Right.
To foil him winning the championship, which this entire thing has led to, and that's wasting a cash in. Like, we're starting to lose the plot with this. A cash in should not automatically mean you win the championship. Back in the day, the Money in the Bank was for that person who was around the IC title. Now they're next up. And that's not really what Money in the Bank is anymore. I just think that we got to be careful with thinking that a failed cash in, if it's not a part of a bigger storyline, which it would be, like, then we wasted it. I just think that's wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what though? Stay with that for just a second though, man. Like John, you spit some facts real quick, man. You probably know off the top of your head. How many failed cash-ins have we had in the history of WWE? Just off the top, maybe again.
Off the top, it's an 83. I think it's an 83% cash-in success rate. So we had Corbin, we had Braun Strowman. Obviously, last year we had Drew. We had Austin Theory. About 6 and 7 cash people who've held the Money in the Bank briefcase were unsuccessful.
Men, though. Only men.
Only the men.
Only
the
men.
Women is 100% cash-in rate.
Yep, undefeated.
Women undefeated. On the men's side, it's 83%.
So you add the women, where it's a high success rate. So at this point, they have conditioned us to say that if you win this briefcase, you're going to cash in, you're going to be a championship, right? So people are expecting that. So when we don't get that, it seems like we're not getting what they conditioned us to get. And at this point, you got to ask, this is what I say, man. Like, I get that we have these conversations, high-level conversations, but man, they very, very simple with this, man. WWE and their storytelling has been way simpler than we ever give them credit for. They are not giving him all this push to take these things away for those kind of moments, right? Because like that Roman Seth moment, they can create they out of anything. There's so much history. They don't need an extra thing like that to add it over the top. There's so much mess in that drama And they can pick anything and make it hype because everybody gonna be there
Thank you,
right
my
there
goodness.
for it. So at the same time, like I don't see how you give a Seth Rollins you gave him a wise man or an oracle.
right.
You gave him
King
two big
Sandow, that's
horses.
another one.
Like right, you give him like you're giving this man the keys to the kingdom almost, right? Just to pull it away. Just to create another moment out of 1,000 moments that Roman and Seth already have. It just doesn't make a lot of sense when you actually think about the totality of everything in the history that they have, right? That would be a specific waste. Like, why do it? Why give? If that's the case, why give it to him? That's what I say. Give it to somebody else that maybe they can cash in on John or somebody else, and it'll make a bigger moment for the fans.
Right. And since people are complaining that, they're wasting the cash-ins, let's actually dive into the people who failed the cash-ins. Damian Sandow. Not one person saw him winning the WWE Championship or World Heavyweight Championship. They wasn't pushing him like that. That's gone. That's gone, right?
Corbin.
Austin Theory. As much as Vince wanted to push him, with Roman Reigns as undisputed champion, it wasn't happening. Especially you got Reigns and Brock Lesnar fighting for the championship. The boy wasn't gonna do it. That's two. Braun Strowman. If you wasn't gonna have him beat Brock Lesnar for the championship, what makes you think he was gonna cash in and win after Roman Reigns just brought the Shield back together? That wasn't happening. And then Baron Corbin. Enough said. So those wasted cash-ins are on people who are never touching the WWE Championship or World Heavyweight Championship to begin with. Look at everybody else who's won. Company put stock behind these people. Edge, Jay, Jack Swagger, even though it was a failed push, but they still put stock in them. So they're only going to have people cash in. Hell, Seth Rollins, they only have people who cashed in or the ones they was actually going to push. The people who failed, they was not going to push. And as far as the women, I would have been okay of Carmella not winning. I'm just saying. I would have been cool with that. I would have been cool with that.
Don't forget, Cena failed cash in.
I think he was like one of the first ones because his dumb ass said, "I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna cash in on you." Like, what kind of?
He thought he was RVD.
Good guy.
He thought he was RVD. He thought he was RVD.
Yep. No, that's what it was. I mean, he lost it because he told them that I'm going to cash in ahead of time.
Yeah.
It was Cena in 2012.
Yeah.
Damian Sandow in 2013. Corbin in 2017. Braun Strowman in 2018. You had Austin Theory in 21, and then you just had Drew McIntyre last year.
Yeah.
Real quick, I don't want to belabor the story here on this, but I thought during the time that Theory had the Money in the Bank, I thought he went after one of the IC championship.
United States Championship.
He was attempting to go for the United States Championship. I think he got thwarted on that one as well.
And that's when, I think they kind of took a turn for a difference with the Money in the Bank because it was always, you went for the heavyweight championships. Mm-hmm. And then it was like any championship was up for grabs. You kind of already told me at that point what you're doing, that the top people on the card is going to be the top people on the card.
Yeah. And they haven't went back to that at all ever since. So I think they were just trying to find a way to get that briefcase off of Theory because he had no business having it. So I think Roman screwing over Seth Rollins is like poetic justice to the point that Rollins used the Money in the Bank briefcase in the heights of the century to screw over Reigns. So if they want to go back and have an eye for an eye, that'd be the perfect way. So when he finally cashes in, you have Roman comes in and be like, "Oh yeah, not happening." Yep. So I'm looking forward to that because he's gonna be back sooner rather than later. Hopefully, it's right after Saturday night's main event. But now we're gonna go over the most important thing, the meat and potatoes of this show, and that's the ladies. And that is Evolution. It's this Sunday. So if we're gonna talk about Evolution, we gotta in Georgia, we gotta put some Georgia theme to it, gotta put some Georgia stank on it. So now I know people were saying how this pay-per-view was lackluster on the build. I mean, I'm gonna stall them out on this was the simple fact of the whole show was built around Liv Morgan. So when Liv Morgan went out with that shoulder injury unexpectedly, they literally had to redo the entire show. So we don't know what matches we got, wouldn't even happen. So the Liv effect, I guess the way they see it is, while we're gonna promote something, if we don't even know what, we still trying to figure out what we're gonna put here. So we're gonna go into the first match that's on this card, and that's JC Jane, the most beatable NXT champion in the history of the company, defending against the juggernaut herself, Jordynne Grace. Rhodesia, you're the female guest on this show, so I'm gonna have you go first. Is this Jordynne Grace's last stand as far as trying to get some gold? And if she doesn't win, is she main roster bound?
Main roster meaning Raw or SmackDown. Whew. So there is no doubt that Jordynne Grace needs to have her WWE run. It is completely her time. Do I want her to come up to the main card? Why not? I think she's been an incredible force. I love her. I mean, when I first saw her on the TNA circuit live, I'm like, damn, this is a beast. And I just love strong people, and I love especially strong women. And get that, I mean, that just get my juices flowing. So I don't know if she's gonna win it from JC Jane. That was hilarious that you said the most beatable women's champion of NXT. I don't care about that. I'm not caught up in that part. I just do believe that at this point, though, Jordynne Grace needs to be an imprint on WWE. So if that is just mainly just NXT and she runs Gambit down there, fine with that too. If that means that she's going to be caught up, my whole thing is don't call somebody up like a Jordynne Grace if you're not ready to display her the way that she needs to be displayed. So I'm 100% okay keeping you down in NXT, you running Buckshot down there. Perfectly fine. Don't care about who wins. Just again, this should be Jordynne Grace's official time of being stamped as WWE.
Yeah, I agree because Stephanie Valkyries on the main roster out the way. Julia main roster out the way. Roxanne main roster out the way. This has to be Jordynne Grace's time to finally, lead the division. Then you add Blake Monroe to the mix. Is she going to turn on Jordynne Grace? Because, Blake Monroe has a track record, when she was Mariah May of, having this thing. She's cool, but she's a devious woman. So I could see them having a little rivalry for the championship down the line. So, yeah, I agree. Jordynne Grace does need to win because right now there's no room for her on the main roster. There's no story. There's nothing that would tie her into coming up to the main roster because Roxanne had Bayley. That was her way in. So, and then, Stephanie, well, it's just Stephanie.
Boss lady, what up?
But what's going on, boss lady? So, yeah, I'm with you. She has to win. Matt, your thoughts. Who you got winning this?
Oh, it's Jordynne Grace.
Straight to the point.
he went Marshawn Lynch on that one. He went Marshawn Lynch on that one.
Straight to the point. Why y'all think I picked this match first? Why you think I picked this match first to talk about? Because it's the least one on the card that pretty much nobody cares about. We just want Jordynne Grace to win. So
yeah, it's time for her to win. Like, all honesty, if she's not coming to the main roster, which I hope she doesn't, there's not a spot for her right now.
Right.
It's time.
So,
it's been time. But give me her and give me Monroe. Let's get that feud that's going to take us through the fall.
All right. So to save us some time, Ishan, John, Jordynne Grace.
Yes.
I'm going JC.
Ain't this a bit?
Gotta be different.
Okay, now you gotta explain why you got the beatable champion actually winning her first title defense.
So I said that the main roster tells simple stories, like right. NXT doesn't. They give you a little more nuance to what they're doing down there. Like they're telling the story that JC is a beatable champion. Maybe she fluke wins, retains the championship, right? And honestly, if you think about it, like when Jordan got to NXT, they said when she got there that was a short-term thing. Like, right? And we talk about there's no room for. Maybe there is. They done got rid of like 25 women off the roster in the past 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe there is a spot for a worker and somebody looks as good as she does. And like, you know, when you got the it, they gonna make room for it. So
Yeah.
I think maybe her time on NXT is a little less, and maybe we see something with Blake Monroe, because I don't think she's a baby face. I thought she was definitely a heel coming in. So I think there's something to what you said about maybe she's playing nice girl, maybe she costs championship, or maybe I think it's going to be her time in the division for some time until we get the next person.
Yeah, I agree, because they are gonna. I'm pretty sure they're gonna start moving more females up, because eventually, you know, names like Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, you know, Lash Legend, those girls, they've been killing it in NXT. That eventually their number's gonna get called.
Hey, Kalani Hayes, you mean?
Yeah,
Kalani
yeah,
Hayes?
yeah, yeah. Kalani Hayes. Shout out to Maya.
So
Shout out to
cute.
Maya's baby girl.
And another note about this. The winner of this match the following week is on their way to Slammiversary to take on Masha Slamovich title for title.
Now, I'm glad you said that, because let's just say, to, you know, Ishan's point of she might get that fluke win.
She's getting steamrolled by Masha
Slamovich. That don't mean she's gonna make the summer as NXT champion. So Masha Slamovich could actually be the first woman to not unify, excuse me, let me take that back, because there's no unification on the line, but to be a dual promotional champ in a major promotion in TNA and WWE, because she pretty much would do what Trick didn't do. He was the first one to win TNA Gold, but she's going to be the first one to win NXT Gold while holding TNA Gold. So if that happens, sign me up for some Masha Slamovich and Jordan Grace. I still want Jordan Grace to win, because I want to get Masha Slamovich and Jordan Grace one more time.
One more time.
Because that's the woman that took the TNA title off of Jordan and sent her to WWE. So they can definitely tell a story on both promotions on that one. But yeah, so it's unanimous, Jordan Grace all the way. So I'm going to go with the next match where everybody's going to have something to say, because it's for the culture. It's one of my favorite storylines in 2025. One of the SmackDown's best storylines since the whole Roman Reigns bloodline story ended at WrestleMania 40, and that is our girl Naomi and Jade Cargill. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a no holds barred match.
It is.
Correct. Correct.
So,
AKA 30 South Street Fight.
And if I'm not mistaken, ain't Jade from Georgia?
That's where she resides. That is where she currently resides.
All right, so she lost a lackluster match at WrestleMania. Let's just call it for what it was. It was cool, but it could have been better. They're gonna make up for this, because this is gonna go down. You got two sisters who are closest friends. They're gonna beat the hell out of each other. So I got the Queen of the Ring herself, Jade Cargill, because she already punched a ticket to SummerSlam. So I'm wondering, with the third big three show up in Georgia this weekend and cause some ruckus, because my prediction, my theory is we're going to get these three going at it in Paris. I don't know how we're going to get there, but we're going to get there, and it's going to be for the WWE Women's Championship. So I got Jade. Rhodesia, who you got?
I feel so bad because I don't think I've actually truly answered any of your questions.
You did.
Who I want to win.
You did without saying yes or no. So
I don't care. I mean, this is again Naomi's shining moment. I mean, she has put in the best work of her career to the point where the fans are feeling it too.
Mm-hmm.
This is a beautiful moment for her. Bianca interference, or Bianca introducing herself because she's been gone for a minute with her hand. That could be cool. I could see the three of them going against each other. I'm still very critical on Jade, and I know that. I think I talked about it on our pod a couple weeks ago about maybe even an unfair pressure that I have on Jade. So there's still a lot to prove to me, and I know that already. I know that's how I feel about it, because when I look at Jade, she is not of this world. So you got Bianca, who is a god, you could say, but she's a god of this world. You look at Jade, she's beyond that. She is like, she could possibly be the face of the company. Regardless of gender, she could be the face of the company. So I do kind of hold her to a different level. I just still think that it's going to be Naomi's show. She's going to just showcase what she has. She's going to make Jade look good, because that is just what Naomi does. Her and Natalya, they're the ones who've been here forever, putting over your favorite female wrestlers. I don't care. I think I'll go with Naomi's going to win. I don't actually know or even thought about it. I just know that it's going to be fun to see them. Anytime you have a stipulation like this, like a street fight, no holds barred, it's going to be like a lot of tomfoolery going on. So I'm open for it. But I am excited to see what we see here tonight, because I want to see Jade. To me, is always a heel, and I know that she can look like a face, but man, she's just deep down inside, to me and in my spirit, she's always a bad girl. So I'm interested to see how this turns out.
And Naomi going 2-0 against Jade.
No, Jade won at Mania.
Oh wait, did she?
Jade won at Mania.
I had it backwards, and no one even told me. All right, so yeah, I had it backwards. So yeah, Naomi has to win, but I'm still picking Jade anyway, because one, I can't backtrack because I already said it.
It goes down.
Ishan, you agree with Rhodesia, or are you gonna go against the grain and pick Jade?
I'm gonna go Jade, man. I'm going Jade because I don't think that Naomi needs a win. I feel like she's destined for the championship. She's gonna be like that sneaky heel that just catches in and wins championship. That's the type of heel she's going to be. I don't think she's the type of heel that needs, I don't think she's over. She's lost most of her matches since she turned heel, but she's still stupid over with the crowd, right? As far as playing into her her heel character. I don't feel like she needs to win. I feel like Jay is a dominant, her character is about being dominant. Like right now, I think you lose a little bit of that if she keeps losing, if she loses big matches like these, especially when she's going into SummerSlam challenging for a championship. Just in my opinion, I wouldn't do it. But it's funny you said that, Rhodesia. I meant to talk about it on our podcast about Jay being a natural heel. So I told you guys that, fam, I have my nieces and nephews over my house all weekend, right? And ages range from 7 to 16. And so I got a 16-year-old niece, a 10-year-old, and a 12-year-old niece. And they don't like Jay at all. At all. At all. And I was like, so tell me more. Why don't you, what about you don't you like? I just feel like she's too cocky. All she does is flex. These are young, African-American girls who aren't into Jay because naturally she comes off like a cocky heel. Right? A cocky, powerful heel that should win most of her matches, right? So I think that's her position, that's her pivot, especially going to SummerSlam. Naomi, her next thing doesn't need to be, she doesn't need to benefit from a win from Jay going to her next thing. Her next thing is just going to be her being obnoxious, her being a crazy heel, and then her swarming her way into a championship. Oh, what happened to the music?
Oh, my bad. Matt.
So Nessa put in the chat, Naomi needs to win. Jay doesn't need another win. And then shout out to Talk It Up. Talk It Up said
Miami.
Most likely. And that's what's going to happen. We didn't predict any of our matches that we talked about on the pod this week. It was more of just for us. So much that was going on this weekend. Hey, do you care about this or do you not care about it? That's kind of how we ran it down. Mm-hmm. But here you go. Here's a spoiler. This is what I would do. And once again, if I had all the equity that they have built up, I think they would do this. They made this match no holds barred for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
This is the perfect time to call back. And I haven't heard this anywhere. It's the perfect time to call back how Jade was out for months. You have Jade put Naomi through a car. Perfect way to zip tie up that feud, right? Allegedly.
Right.
Now, we already know Jade gets the shot for the women's championship at SummerSlam.
Correct.
You have Naomi off of TV. Don't even mention her for the next month until she cashes in on Jade and wins the title at SummerSlam.
Yup.
This is the easiest storyline to book that I have ever seen.
So
And
I
that
give
is
this man a
how you
check.
do it.
Get that man
I
a check.
agree. I didn't think of the off the loading dock thing to bring that up. That's the one thing I
Run it
missed
back.
because I did have Jay beating Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam and had Naomi cash in, but having her off television because yeah, definitely. And who knows? Maybe you can that'd be another way to add Bianca to that mix too.
Well, so to your point, when you said that, you said for you feel like in Paris, we're getting a triple threat. That's just brought up. You got it on the screen. Bianca absolutely has more to do with this whole thing than we know about right now.
100%.
This writes
Yes.
itself. If they fuck this up,
I guess someone over there trying to start his car. John, you good? You guys got someone to say?
Look, man. All right. Look, part of my theory got pretty much screwed when Jakar Jackson got released, but I still think Lash Legend was a higher gun in getting Jade through off that loading dock.
Hey, that train sailed, bro.
Yeah. Damn it. But I'd still
it's not
keep
worse
up
than
fighting.
mine. I said Jade attacked her own self, which
I said that too.
I'm still okay. So I'm
My
still
daughter said
going
that.
I'm still going to say that Jade did it.
You ain't the first
How do
person
you
who
have
said
an
that.
How are you have an instant black eye? Like we just saw you just got thrown through a thing. It takes time to get a black eye. It takes time to bruise. You did that shit and you made your own makeup up. Don't play me as a fool. You did it,
boy.
Jade.
Women don't make up, so I'm not gonna argue that.
Hey, walk that fine line, John. Walk that fine.
They know glam. They know glam from non-glam. I just put it like that.
Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, that's like probably like one of the most intriguing matches I'm looking forward to because to Matt's point is like if they start going to the back, it's up. I already know where they're going, and I'm gonna hit up Matt. I'm like, well, you want that donation to your Cash App, Zelle, or how you want that done? Because if I see them go to the back, I already know what's gonna happen. So we ain't gonna see Naomi for a bit. Next we got the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the Women's Tag Team Championship that rarely gets seen on television unless it's a prop because Raquel holds them up like a tree branch. So we got Raquel and her new tag team partner Liz replacing Roxanne from Judgment Day. The Capucha Warriors are back against the interesting tag team of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, which I'm personally invested into what those two got going on because Charlotte's going through a character change and I'm all for it because she needs it. And of course we got the NXT's Zarya and Zoruka, which I'm very happy because I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women gonna get their soul snatched. And I'm all for it because me and John were at Stand and Deliver, and when she hit them soul snatchers off, listen, I never thought I would ever see a female version of RKO ever in my lifetime. This is the closest thing.
I mean, I'm telling you, I think it's better than RKO. RKO is good because it's out of nowhere. Because it's out of nowhere, I'll give you that. But when Soruka when she first did it, when I first saw her do it, I was like, holy shit, what was that? And then seeing her every single time that she was able to pull it off no matter what, because the whole thing that you having a killer finisher, you got to be able to do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when she was killing it every time, I've seen her do it every time. I don't know about that. Apples and oranges. Apples and oranges. That's what I'll say.
Hey, if there's ever be a future face of the company within the next 5 to 10 years, you can add Sol Ruka to that draft class of faces that's gonna run the world in this women's division. So who you got winning the match, Rhodesia?
I don't care. It's gonna be a showcase again. Who cares? It's gonna
The
because it's for
theme
the
of the
title.
show.
This is
I
the
don't
title.
care.
No, Roxanne and Raquel is gonna retain. But again, this would be a good showing for them. This is like it's a production for them. So yes,
So
I think that it'd be a good match.
that's the theme of Radacia's answers on the entire Evolution.
Big time, man.
Hey, Deja, what do you think about Evolution?
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out my face.
And that's a A++ movie. So let me
It is.
plug
It
Sinners.
is.
Sinners is incredible.
It is. If you haven't watched it, it's on Max. So
Man, no, I'm so mad. I bought the 4K disc. Like, you guys probably don't know, I am master when it comes to like audio and video. Like, my stuff's got to be perfect. The sound's got to be perfect. The video's got to be perfect. So I order all my movies through Amazon. They lost my disc. We was going to watch it. It is lost in the mail. I went to go reorder it today. And they talking like July 15th, 16th.
oh, it didn't get lost.
Yeah, someone's like, yeah, let me
It didn't get lost.
let me
Yeah.
It didn't get lost. We're like, who? Yoink. And don't let it be a woman delivery driver. Ooh, you mean 2 Michael B. Jordans?
Right, exactly.
Yoink.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's to say about that movie. 2 Michael B. Jordans. But yeah, John, your thoughts on this, man? Who you got with this tag team?
I think as Nessa said, La Tejana is retained because Roxanne finally gets to prove her worth to Raquel after she had a couple of unsuccessful chances to do it. Monday, losing to Kairi Sane, and obviously, but she took the bullet for her. She was trying to take bullets for her, catching beatdowns, but this will be her way of gaining her trust within the Judgment Day with Raquel because she already seemed to she got Finn and JD. She hasn't gotten Dom yet. But I really want to know who the hell put that visual up of Liv Morgan. I mean, my God, dude. A Kevin Lynn visual over a shoulder injury? That was insane. Man.
You know, and Raquel, she ought to be ashamed of herself of doing that little prayer. Like
Mary, I was like, no. She ain't dead.
I was like, all right, Raquel got a little comedy to her. I'm like, I dig it.
Yeah, but give me the Tejanas, and I'm looking forward to seeing So Ruka in this match, and the evolving story with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, especially coming off Charlotte Flair's Players Tribune article.
My God! First off, okay, again, I'm at the pause it right there.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even get through it without weeping. And again, we get it all confused. We talked about this on the show about Kenny Omega and kind of like he's toward the end of his career and what he's done to his body. We look at that Charlotte writing. When you pour your heart into something, God dang, like you gotta be heartless not to be able to feel that shit. That was just so. Oh
yeah.
God bless her. Love and light to Charlotte.
Yeah, the woman's been through a lot. I mean, she's only the reason she's in the wrestling business was because she wanted to make her brother proud and live out her brother's dream. So, and then you go from that to trying to step out of your father's shadow, and then have father doing all the stuff he's done. You go through a divorce which was kept secret, made public. So you have to go through that. And then you have a knee injury in the middle of all that at the age that she's at the prime that she's in. It's like how much more can you re-slander Charlotte Flair? Because at this point, it's like Ashley Flair has been through so much. So the fact that she wants to do a character change for Charlotte speaks volumes of where her mindset is as far as wanting to give back. I mean, she hasn't had a title in a couple of years now, so people are already saying keep her away, but she hasn't had a title in like God knows how long. So
then she lost to Rhea Ripley.
Exactly. So it's like, and that was back in WrestleMania 39. So that was at least a couple of years ago. So
2 years ago.
So just stop a woman out.
And I'm gonna say this, Trail, before you turn back over to the panel. I think she really wants to bring more of Ashley Flair into Charlotte Flair. Because my mind always thinks about when she had that storyline with Alexa Bliss back in 2019. That one line Alexa Bliss said when she gave her that Charlie doll. Even a narcissistic bitch like you deserves to be happy.
Mm.
And that was real talk too.
Yes.
That wasn't kayfabe. That was real talk.
He wants to bring more of Ashley Flair, the bubbly, the more happy-go-lucky, twerking on the boat with Finn Balor's wife, into who Charlotte Flair is.
All right.
Just saying.
She always been doing that. But anyway, that's I get what you're saying. Isha, who you got winning this match?
I like the idea of the match. I like some of the stuff that I've seen on SmackDown with Charlotte and Alyssa, which is cool. I like the NXT girls. Big Soul Ruka fan. I think she's gonna be phenomenal, y'all.
You say Alyssa?
Alyssa again.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Alyssa.
Yeah, Alyssa. Alyssa's gonna be really good. But so Ruka though, like for real, no joke. I think like about another year, she's gonna have it.
Yep.
But as far as who's gonna win the match, I'm gonna go with the Judgment Day girls. I feel like that's who's supposed to win, so I'll go with them.
All right, Matt.
Judgment Day. Keep moving,
All right.
baby. My girl Roxanne. You know what it is. We
Hey,
ain't
shout out to
losing.
Roxanne. We saw her in Money in the Bank.
Let's go. We ain't losing.
Yeah,
Shout out to
man,
Roxanne.
shout out to the Texas connection, man, because I was born from there, and then our admin Vanessa, she currently lives in Texas. Raquel and Roxanne are from Texas, so we're gonna show some dirty South love to the Tejanas. And speaking of Texas, thoughts and prayers to everybody in Houston, Dallas, and all them.
100%.
So y'all stay strong over there. All right, so pretty much Matt is going with the Tejanas, so we're gonna move it on along to another match which might have heel turn implications, and that is mommy herself, Rhea Ripley, going for the women's World Heavyweight Championship against Io Sky. Now, Matt, I'm gonna start with you. Did Io pretty much knock at the devil's door by poking this Rhea Ripley bear one too many times?
I'm gonna say no, because Rhea never has beaten her yet. Right? So we go off storyline. Why would I not pick you? I beat you every time. You don't have my number. Now we know how much Triple H is a fan of Rhea Ripley, so we know maybe she was knocking at the devil's door, but Io don't know it. Man, like this match is going to be fantastic. Be one of the matches of the weekend for sure. We know that. If I had to pick one, it doesn't feel like it's time for Io to lose it. But I also don't think Rhea needs the title. Rhea had such a hard, incredible run last year with the title. If you put the title back on Rhea, what does she do? Who does she face that we care about that we didn't see in the initial run? So
Stephanie.
just what said, and I know you got to protect Rhea. Rhea is protected all the time. I get that too. We don't get to see her wrestle that often. I get that too. But if it was me, I probably have Io retaining.
Listen, whether it's Io, whether it's Rhea, if Stephanie Valcour is next woman up, that's my champ right there. It's gonna feed families no matter who.
Keep the belt on Io then, and you have Io lose to Stephanie. I'm down for that.
Me too.
Hey, all right, mad at you. Ishan, who you got?
Man, that's a good one. I actually don't have an answer, so I'm a hem and haw until I actually come up with one. Because you think about Rhea, how many times can she? I'm not about the guys that this person can't win, but she how many times can she lose? Because about a year and a half ago, she was the it girl for the company, right? And I'm not saying she's not as popular as she was, right? But I feel like she's her light has kind of dimmed a little bit, and I feel like they've taken a little bit of the shine off of her, right? Because she was a big part of Raw for a number of years, right?
Right.
How long can that continue? But as Matt said, I don't know. This is Io's time to lose the championship as of now. So maybe they come up with some kind of funky, ending to the match where the feud continues to maybe a SummerSlam, because this match was kind of put together pretty quickly. So maybe that's where they kind of go. We get some kind of a funky finish, and it continues to feud. and then maybe we see Rhea crowned in SummerSlam.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this feud has been low key carried on for years, and I guess Rhea hasn't really gotten over that hump, like you said, because at WrestleMania she failed her shot because she pinned Bianca. So I can see this carry on to SummerSlam. So I'm guessing whoever wins that Battle Royal is pretty much the winner of that Battle Royal is getting their shot at the champion in Paris. So I'm guaranteed it's not going to be the WWE Championship. It's probably going to be the World Heavyweight Championship. So we're going to get to that prediction a little bit on who I got winning. But Rhodesia, which female are you rocking with?
I know what you just said, but Rhea is Teflon Dawn. She is Donna. She's Teflon. She's doesn't really need to win. I think this would be a great way for validating EO a little bit more. Let EO win. I'm actually answering the question. Let EO win.
Hey, ain't nobody complaining. I love your soliloquies. I mean, that's what we're all about. Just have to always be straightforward. And I actually got EO winning too because I want to see Rhea crash out even more over the fact that she just can't beat this woman.
Right.
So, like, this Rhea crashing out and being that whatever she's going to be, it's going to feed family. So I'm looking forward to it. John, your choice, my brother.
Woo! Can I also say I don't want this match to main event before just letting people know that now. Give me EO. I know right. I can see the marquee of Stephanie Valkyria versus Rhea Ripley at Clash in Paris. But give me EO based off that night, that Raw after WrestleMania. That was a killer. So a banger match. Give me that. Give me EO and Rhea. I love her, but back of the bus.
All right, so we're gonna make this short and sweet. Battle Royal. I got Stephanie.
You gotta call it the right way. Call it the right way. It's called the Andrea Over the Top Battle Royal.
That's it. Wow.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that to you.
Please tell me
that's cold.
I wanted to say who's Andrea, but I get it. So,
but it's the women. Andrea Over the Top Battle Royal.
All right. The Andrea Over the Top Battle Royal Evolution.
Man, you ain't gotta do it.
I got Stephanie. Deja, who you got?
Let's go with Stephanie too.
All right, Matt.
And the winner gets a title shot at SummerSlam?
No, Clash in Paris.
Clash in Paris. Oh, yes, because I think it's gonna be Stephanie. But right. I would not be surprised if it's Nikki Bella.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Would not be surprised.
That's in the comments now. I already know what did Nessa say.
Nothing. I just know that brain of hers and her Twitter fingers are working right now. E, go ahead. Who you got?
I gotta be honest with y'all. I had no idea who was in the damn thing other than Stephanie. So I started to go with her by default, but I like Matt's idea with Nikki Bella.
Oh no!
It's a 2-woman match.
Wow. No, someone's showing up. A surprise entrance is showing up.
Ooh. Before we jump off of that, these all of a sudden AJ history moments they've been posting up. Are they trying to tell us something?
Huh?
Man, we fall for it every year. I'm not.
I'm not. That's right. I'm like Groundhog's Day.
I'm not falling for it.
Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, but no. All right. So next is, which I'm thinking is the main event, and that is the IC women's IC title, Lyra, Becky, and Bayley. I got Bayley. Deja.
If Bayley doesn't win, then Triple H, if everybody who end up making Bayley lose out on a WrestleMania match.
We crashed the fuck out over that. We definitely crashed the fuck out over that.
We were pissed.
For sure. E.
I'm going Rhodesia. I have no idea, man. I roll with her. I roll with her opinion.
Oh shit. Oh, so you got Bailey too. All right, John.
It better
Real
be
quick.
Bailey. If you're gonna have this match main event, it better be Bailey. No excuses. Let her get that moment.
Matt.
I don't think this match is main eventing, and I don't think Bailey's winning.
Oh,
There's a bigger story here if
Uh-huh.
Bailey does not win. There's a
Mhm.
bigger story here with her and Becky. Bailey's gonna win the match.
double.
All right.
Shoot.
I knew that was gonna happen. So that's gonna be somebody. All right, so there is one more match, but I'm purposely leaving that off the prediction panel right now,
I'm okay
and
with that.
I explain why later. But that pretty much brings it into the Evolution predictions. So now what we would like to do is we pretty much revamped calling out names, and now we have a little SportsView wrestling little flip to it. So now basically when we see something that doesn't make any sense and it's like we don't understand it, it's like, why is this happening? We got a little something that we like to ask good people, the IWC or whoever, is this what we're doing?
I love that pick. That's
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what are we doing here? Is this what we're really doing right here? So we're gonna go a little round table, round the horn style of entertainment here. So we'll go around the table 2 minutes because we know we gotta get you guys up out of here. Ishan got 5 minutes. All right, so we're gonna go around this. Ishan, anyone you want to call out or ask? Is this what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback on the podcast, y'all. We signed off on the show. Free Keith Lee. Free Keith Lee. Tony Khan. Hey, Matt. Rhodesia. We talked about this a while ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nick Khan was on the internet. So he's all over the Twitters and the X's talking about the comment he made about AEW benching players, right? Tony Khan ass come out just the other day. He said, yeah, we got a bench and it's deep. It's so deep. It's deep. Spread eagle deep. Right? And he got
not
my
the eagle.
man. Oh, yeah. Spread eagle deep. And he got Keith Lee all up in there, man. I need them to free Keith Lee. Let this man be great. This man is in his early 40s. He has battled adversity. He is talented. He's in the best shape of his career. And they got this awesome black man riding this bench. Free Keith Lee. Free Keith Lee.
I feel it. Deja, you got anybody you want to, call out and ask, what we doing here?
again, this is like a ironic thing for me. Just WWE Evolution. Again, you do this ish together. You just put people together. You did not make it special in any way, shape, or form. And now you're putting it up on the weekend of All In, which I'm going to be excited because I am more excited to watch All In. Even though I represent for the women, although I feel that deep down in my heart and my soul, but you've disrespected this, something that you didn't have to do, kind of like how Jay didn't have to have a title match back in December against Gunther, but we did it. So you didn't have to have Evolution ever again. You did do it, and you did it at a point where now it's clumped in with everything else. So also I am happy that we are going to showcase and we're going to highlight the women, because not saying anything against the first Evolution, we just already know what has happened and what has transcended in women's pro wrestling. And that's no knock at them at all, because they paved the way. In the same time, I'm proud and happy to have an all women's wrestling event. You just threw it together and you said, here, take it. As Matt said, just take it. Shut you up. Here you go. And that's where I'm upset. So that is that image that you had there, John. That's how I feel right there. But in the same time, grateful and happy about it. But like, there we go. Like, huh? Okay, I guess I'm happy. I'm happy we having this.
Matt.
Mine is just for Triple H and the creative team in WWE. And I have been talking about this for over a month now. It's been a few months, but really been talking about it for a month. And I've been talking about the cracks in creative and the cracks that we're starting to see that was not there a couple years ago. We spent more time, it feels like, talking about Saturday Night's Main Event and Evolution than they did thinking about how to present this to the general public. I truly believe that. Trail, I get your point about Liv. Liv was going to have a huge position in Evolution. She was going to have a huge SummerSlam also.
Mm-hmm.
Liv was not involved in either one of the title matches, world title matches. She was a tag team champion. That wasn't, you still could have booked and promoted that the correct way. These, I'm going to announce who I want to go against storylines is the laziest type of storylines you can do. There's no thought put into that. I'm going to challenge Trish Stratus. I'm going to challenge Rhea Ripley. The fact of the week before, Io Kai picked Rhea Ripley. It was her and Asuka in a backstage segment. And she says, hey, if you get through the King of the Ring tournament, it could be you and I. And there was a thing. Now, yes, Asuka did not win the tournament, but neither did Rhea. Rhea wasn't even in the tournament. But then she, a week later, picks her. There is just a lot of cracks. If you are watching with a finely tooth comb, you are starting to see it. And my thing is, step it up. You've heard all three of us at this point brought up AEW. And I had been out on AEW since November of last year. We did a whole thing on the podcast. About 15 minutes. I wanted a whole eulogy where I killed AEW for me. It's back now. And if you would have told me 6 months ago, hey, Matt, there's going to be an Evolution pay-per-view. There's going to be a show where Goldberg is going to retire. Oh, yeah, and there's an AEW pay-per-view that same weekend, and you're going to be more excited to watch the AEW pay-per-view. I'd have been like, you're out of your mind. Maybe 2 years ago, yeah. And here we are. Got to be careful. I know they got a lot of fans. They're selling out everywhere, but you got to be careful. If you do not treat your product with the care that you did to get to this point, it can turn around really, really quick.
All right, that's a good point. So I do understand you guys are strapped for time, so we're gonna pivot a little bit real quick before John gets his off. So I'm actually gonna do a little honorable acknowledgement right now, a quick shout out, if you will, to people that in the podcasting world that have done great things. They put out amazing content, and they're pretty much family to us. And that's these three individuals right here. Congratulations to the That's Freaking Wrestling podcast on having 800 total subscribers. I mean, shout out to you guys. You guys have been killing the game.
And over 200 episodes.
And over 200 episodes, 800 subscribers. You guys have been killing the game. This is why I keep saying Black Excellence, because you guys have put in the work. You guys are hilarious as a unit, as a team. So, and it's good to see, you know, a husband-wife duo do the thing that you guys are doing right now as family people as well, with kids and everything. So all roses to you guys. Congratulations on 200 episodes, 800 subscribers, and here's to 800 more and another 200. So,
my God. Yeah. Hey,
shout out to y'all.
I appreciate that.
Thank
And
you
shout
for
out
that.
to you guys. I said
Thank
it a few months ago, but for you guys to have a platform and then invite us on here,
Yeah, for real.
we have
for
a
real.
great time, of course, whenever we connect. But we appreciate that for sure. We've been grinding. You know, I am super proud and happy of that number. I know Ishan is. I know Radija is. And of course, we ain't stopping no time soon. You know what I mean? So if you are not down for the ride, y'all know to follow us on Twitter. That's FNW. You just saw the YouTube. That's Freaking Wrestling. We are on TikTok. We don't put much on there though, but we are on Instagram. We don't put much on there either. But we are on X Strong and on YouTube. Follow us.
That's
We
right.
have some pretty fun and good content.
yeah, and like Matt said, if you're not down for the ride, we basically got 4 words for you.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey.
Basically, what Cody Raheem said.
Right. Well, I ain't gonna say all of that because we want to go higher, but for sure.
We talking about the haters. We talking about the haters.
We're talking about the
People
haters.
who just look and be like, oh, those people. Those people that ain't supporting, the culture and the hustle that we do, because there's a lot of sacrifices we do putting these pods together. So real recognize real. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So we're appreciative of having you guys here and to have met you guys in general. So how much time you guys got before John gets started on his call out?
Oh, well, I want to hear his call out. So
Yeah.
we got like another 5 minutes, but yeah, I gotta hear this.
Okay.
All right, John. The floor is yours. Popular demand. The fans await.
All right. And I think you might have talked about it on y'all pod last week. I saw you was in your description. This whole Britt Baker contract situation. So the story breaks last week that Britt Baker is trying to part from AEW, but she has like a year and change left on her contract. And you saw he was talking about the whole AEW bragging about how deep their bench is. Yeah, it's not the purpose of having a deep bench because is you use your bench. If you can go 9-10 deep on a roster, on it, you go 9 to 10 deep. But if you keep going to just your starting 5 and your 6 man, you're not using all your depth. So my thing is with this, clearly there's something there with Britt Baker, and Tony Khan kind of hinted on how good she was for the company on the media call the other day. But I'm like this. I learned this from the late great Jerry West, and I'm being as a diehard Lakers fan. I never want somebody working for me that doesn't want to be here. So I know she's contracted for maybe another year and change, but she's been loyal to the soil from day one, pretty much.
She's the first female signee.
If you're Tony Khan, if you know it's time to go,
let him go.
Compromise a little bit. Like he was talking about with Keith Lee. We just 5 years ago, the other day, was Keith Lee becoming the first double champion in NXT history. What a time that was for him. And we haven't seen him in God knows when. And obviously we know they had the health challenges and everything. But if you got a bitch, use it. If she wants to go, get the legal stuff handled, let her move on. That's all I got to say.
And she got the money to buy out her contract, so it's not like, and look how long it took an arm and a leg to get Ray Phoenix out of his contract.
Yep.
So it's not like they just doing it on purpose. And it's crazy because, like I said before, Britt Baker was the first female to sign up with AEW. And that's how you treat your basically your firstborn, so to speak, into this company. So it's like everyone's saying, AEW is this, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, this is what they treat the number one star if they don't agree with whatever they're saying. Ray Phoenix has spoken up about something. He got benched. Keith Lee had to go to Twitter to let everybody know he's in good health and that he's just waiting for that time to come. He's still benched. Ricky Starks had an opinion about something. He was benched. So it's like, if you say anything wrong, you're gone. Take that whole Karrion Kross promo he did Mania weekend. If he was in AEW, you never see Karrion Kross again. He'll still be employed. You just never see him again.
Well, Karrion Kross also don't have matches on WWE, so
he does. They just not televised.
There we go.
But I'm just saying that you never see him at all if he was in AEW doing that interview he did. So it's like WWE, they give you that leeway to air out your grievances, so to speak. Here, it's like you say, I don't know what Tony Khan's doing. Next thing you know, have you seen that person? I mean, what happened to that one female that's in Queen of the Ring?
Camille.
Yeah.
She's going to be on American Gladiators with Wardlow.
I know, but that's not my point. What happened to her? I know what
you're saying. Exactly.
I mean, supposedly there was a rumor of her and Mercedes not getting along. And next thing you know, Mercedes riding high, collecting 10 championships every day. Camille is at home doing stuff on the side. Wardlow. Anybody seen Wardlow? You got this bench, but we keep seeing Hangman. We keep seeing Moxley as the champ. I mean, he's like the only 4-time AEW world champion. So it's like you reusing the same guys. You're bringing people from Ring of Honor who are champions in these meaningless battle royals for the opportunity to fight another champion. Champions should not be in these battle royals. Why are these champions in eliminators? But yet you got a bench. You know what I'm saying? So, make it make sense. Make it sense. Make it make sense.
Where's that John picture at?
Oh boy. You know you have to repost this on Twitter now, right?
Yes, you know I am. You know I am.
You know you have to repost this on Twitter now, right? Man.
I got it saved right now.
It's like,
no!
Tony Khan, huh?
Yeah, I think it makes sense, man.
I could leave this all day, but anyway, it's just like, huh? So it literally boggles the mind. But moving on from that, now we're gonna go to our favorite part of the show, is where we give our flowers and like we like to call, we acknowledge, people in the IWC who have done something positive that brings positivity to the world of wrestling, or superstars, whether it's Raw, SmackDown, NXT, TNA, AEW, wherever, whenever if we see it, we're gonna shed some light. This one I am actually gonna start off because I do want to address the breaking news that happened this past week, and that is AJ Styles has pretty much signed his farewell tour. He has signed a 1-year extension. Pretty much he is going to plan on retiring next year with WWE. So I want to give him his flowers because the man has done so much in the 10 years he's been in this company. Showed up, and one of the rare decisions Vince has ever made that I actually backed him 100% behind is AJ bypassed NXT and went straight to the main roster and pretty much had one of the most amazing rookie years. You can put his rookie year up there with Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. The dude had an amazing rookie year, and by the year and a half, he was already WWE champion. Main eventing matches with Roman Reigns, main event matches with John Cena. I mean, beating up John Cena is always going to be a classic line, a classic joke for me. Because I used to always, we guys got going on today? Oh, I don't know. Beat up John Cena. So that was always a running gag that I always enjoyed. So it's going to be a bittersweet ending. He's having his retirement tour, and this is one of those retirement tours that everyone actually will genuinely care about outside of John Cena. Depends on who you ask, because this man has done it all. So I'm anxious to see if they're going to give him the Intercontinental Championship on his way out the door, because he's done it all. He's WWE champion, United States champion. So why not give him a mid-card title? And the stuff he's got going on with Dominic right now is hilarious. I mean, he has a little doctor's note saying, you can't touch me. You can't touch me. So they're playing that Tom and Jerry type of thing. So in the end, I want to see AJ Styles get a championship. And it's just, thank you, AJ. I've seen him since the later years of WCW all the way to his rise in TNA, New Japan. He reinvented himself in New Japan before coming to WWE. So he's had a Hall of Fame career 3 times over. So that's my shout out, and that is to one AJ Styles. Deja, I'm gonna start with you because you guys got limited time. You guys got anyone you want to shout out or give an knowledge to?
I'm gonna just say the IWC of open-minded IWC. It is beautiful to see us come together, enjoying and loving something so special to us. Again, wrestlers have to be a little bit crazy to be wrestlers. I think us as fans got to be maybe not as crazy, but a little crazy too. And for us to come together, the ones that it's not like just you can dispute something, you can disagree, but it's still all love. This is a special place to be a part of. So just the open-minded IWC.
Oh, he's definitely in the Go Convo for sure. Matt?
Shout out to fans. You guys got a hell of a weekend ahead of you. No matter what promotion you like, no matter what type of wrestling you like, no matter what is going on, there is something for you. And shout out to anybody who is going to try to power through and watch everything that is at your eyeballs and fingertips this weekend. We are in a golden, man. We are in a golden age of wrestling. Like, just make sure that we continue to appreciate this thing, because it was, years ago where it was one game in town and at times it wasn't the best, right? So for us to be able to have so many different, options now and opportunities to watch just high level professional wrestling, whatever you're in it for, to watch it and enjoy it. Just really appreciate it. But that's what I want to shout out. Everybody who enjoys this thing that we love called wrestling.
So all I know is Monday morning I'm gonna be tired as hell. E, who you got, brother?
I want to shout you guys out, having this. I really enjoyed our conversation today. Really fun. Shout out to the chat too. A lot of amazing comments from you guys. Thank you for the support, the love, man. I love this community that we're building, that we're part of. All positivity, man. But shout out to everybody. And shout out to everybody who's watching this 30-hour wrestling marathon we got this weekend. I think it was Saucy or Nessa. I can't remember which one to ask. That we watching all of these shows. I don't know, fam. I don't know.
We streaming all of them except AEW. So yeah.
God bless y'all.
So if Keith Lee or Brett pop up, y'all not gonna know nothing about it, huh?
That was sick.
You know what? Actually, joke's on you, because I got a separate laptop. So you know what? I'm gonna have that other laptop on for AEW. So if something breaks out, I'm gonna look to my left like a squirrel, and I'm like, ooh. So no, I got you. Don't you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Multitask. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it in 2025. John, sir. Which one you want to go for?
Let's go with the serious one first. This is piggyback on something Trell talked about and we acknowledged a few weeks ago. We all know what's going on with ICE here in our city of LA, but someone in AEW took a stand, and that was Brody King. He came out with the Abolish ICE shirt when they was in Mexico recently. Recently, Brody King has been raising funds, and he's raised over $27,000 for those families who've been affected by the ICE situation. So salute to the Dark King himself, and continue supporting him. Obviously following Brody King. He's an LA guy like me and Trell. He's from the Van Nuys area, so that Valley area was one of them areas that was really on high alert, and that's like where Trell stays at now. So salute to Brody King for doing that for the people. My second one is on, and I think E hit it up on it earlier. Congrats to Carmelo Hayes and Kehlani Jordan.
Place your hand on my shoulder.
Congratulations. She said yes. So he don't miss. Melo don't miss. And she is her. They got engaged over the weekend in Hawaii for the holiday. And obviously we seen Carmelo Hayes' growth in NXT. We always had an issue with how things been going with him on SmackDown, but I see better days coming. And Kehlani Jordan just continues blossoming from being that girl next door to being a little more edgier. And we'll see her Sunday as one of the NXT participants in the Battle Royal. So salute to them. Congratulations. Love is love. Salute the Black love, y'all.
Yeah, shout out to Bow Wow finally getting this Sierra.
Okay, that's for another pod. That's for another pod. We gotta talk about that. We take that. What is it? Off air, offline, off air. We'll talk about that.
All right, hey. Ain't no one else gonna say it. Damn it, I'm gonna say it. I've been saying it for the longest. That boy look like Bow Wow. But yeah. So we're gonna get up out of here. This has been fun. Deja, E, Matt. It's always a pleasure having you guys on. Because it's a rarity that you guys go live, because you guys always do recorded content. So to have you guys be on the live stream, it's always a pleasure and an honor and a privilege. So we appreciate that. Of course, check us all out Saturday. We're going to be doing the NXT Great American Bash on the Homer Roses Podcast's StreamYard channel, so YouTube channel and X. So catch us over there. We're going to stream over there. And then when that's over, couple hours of break, and then gonna be right here on Sports for You Wrestling for Saturday night's main event to hopefully see the demise of one Bill Goldberg, except Boss Lady, because she's probably gonna be waiting outside his retirement home to console him and take his insurance. And then after that, you can see us on Sunday as a collective unit. We're gonna have an all ladies panel. Our girls Nisha and Kiara from Main Event Mama is gonna join us, as well as Vanessa for the Evolution. So we're gonna have an all-star, all-female panel for this watch along. So it's gonna be big. So check us out. And also, Matt, let the people know when and where to find your episodes on when they drop.
Every Wednesday morning we drop. We record Tuesday night, drop them on Wednesday. We go live on YouTube Wednesday morning, along with on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find your podcast. We are there, guaranteed. We probably should start doing live shows. It's funny, we do tape, but we don't edit. Like, we keep everything in. So it's not like we do like crazy edits or anything. So we probably should go back. We used to do it on Twitter a little bit. And I got my market research I was looking for, and we kind of stopped. But that is something that we probably should get back to. But shout out to everybody who does support the pod, who comments, anybody who listens, and we don't even know who you are, because that's kind of how I do some content as well. I'll listen to podcasts and I don't, comment or speak on it. But we just appreciate and love all the support.
Yeah, shout out to the watchers who don't say nothing. Y'all matter too. If y'all gonna watch and not say nothing, like and subscribe, it'll help. At least do that. You ain't gotta speak. You ain't gotta tell each other name. Just put that little button right there, and that's how you gotta do.
There you go.
But we're gonna get up out of here on behalf of Ishan, Rhodesia, Matt, John. I am Trail. And y'all have a safe weekend. Try to stay cool as possible, because it is hot as hell, depending on where you guys are at. And you three go get some food, because, again, we keep catching y'all on empty stomachs, and that ain't good. So y'all go ahead and get some grubs. So
like a fat kid right now. I can't wait.
Like a fat kid. Like, yes. Yummy.
Got some crack?
Enjoy the wrestling.
So we out here. Y'all stay breezy here.